So let's move on to the next question now. So it's given that a contractor combined X tons of gravel mixture that contains 10% gravel G by weight. So X tons of gravel in which there was 10% gravel G by weight. We combined this with Y tons of mixture in which there was 2% gravel G by weight. And after combining this with this, we finally formed a new mixture which was Z tons of mixture in which 5% gravel G by weight, right? So this was the question, and we are given the value of Z to be 16 and we have to calculate X, right? So first things first. So we took X tons, we combined it with Y tons and we get Z tons, right? So that very simply means that X plus Y is equals to Z. So this is the first equation that we can get directly, right? This is the first equation that we can get directly from here, that X plus Y is equals to Z. So this is the first equation because we are combining X tons with Y tons and finally we are getting Z tons. That means X plus Y is equals to Z. So I hope first this should be clear, right? Now tell me one thing, 10% gravel G by weight. What does this mean? This means, for example, if there were 100 tons, right? So, if there were 100 tons, then in that 100 tons, 10 ton would be gravel. 10% gravel G by weight means that if there is total 100 tons of mixture or whatever, in that 100 tons, 10 ton would be gravel, right? But we know how many tons are there? There were X tons. So if in 100 tons there is 10 tons of gravel, then in X tons, there will be how much gravel? There will be 10 upon 100 into X gravel. I hope this should be very clear, like unitary method, very basic. So this means that in X tons, there is 10x upon 100 gravel. I hope this is clear. Why? Because in 100 tons there is 10 gravel, then in X tons there will be 10x upon 100 gravel, right? One more example. For instance, 2% gravel by weight. This means that if there are 100 tons of mixture, then 2 ton would be gravel, right? So 2% gravel by weight means if there is 100 tons of mixture, then 2 ton will be gravel. But we know how many tons are there? There are Y ton. So that means in Y tons, there will be how much gravel? There will be 2 upon 100 into Y, this much gravel. I hope this is kind of very basic, right? So just let me rub this off and write it in a better manner. So 10x upon 100 and 2y upon 100, right? So for the first case, we got 10x upon 100, right? And for this case, we got 2y upon 100, right? Okay. Now similarly, we have 5% gravel by weight for Z tons, right? Then how much will this be? This will be 5Z upon 100. Very simple, right? If there is 5%, so for example, if there are 100 tons, then there is 5 ton of gravel. In 1, it will be 5 upon 100. In Z, it will be 5Z upon 100. Like simple unitary method. So this comes out to be is equals to 5Z upon 100. Because we are combining these two things and then this is the mixture which is being formed finally. So this plus this is equals to this. I hope this should be very clear, right? So if we solve this, so we can cut 100 on all the three sides. So what will we get? We will get 10x plus 2y is equals to 5z. So this is the second equation that we have got, right? So now we have two equations. Okay, so x plus y is equals to z. Z is 16, right? So x plus y is equals to 16. This is one equation, right? And what is the second equation? 10x plus 2y is equals to 5z. What is 5z? 5z will be 80. So now two equations, two variables, so we can easily find the value of x and y. So let's say we multiply uh, 10 in this. So what will this be? 10x plus 10y is equals to 160, right? We are multiplying this by 10 into 10, this one. So now let's subtract both of these things. So 8y is equals to what? 80. So y comes out to be 10. Y comes out to be 10. If y is 10, what will x be? X will be how much? 6. So your answer becomes 6. So I hope this should be clear. Not a tough question at all. Just basic common sense, and you'll be able to solve it. I hope this is clear.